Okay. Think of a recent change that you've experienced in your personal life and explain it.
I don't know that it's really recent, but I wanted to talk to you about when my husband was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's disease. He was 47, and then 10 years later he died from the disease, and that was certainly the biggest life-changing event I've ever experienced.
Okay, so looking back, obviously you felt a sense of loss, but did you feel like you had to let go of other things in your life?
Oh yeah. You just couldn't worry about everything. You just, there's a saying, keep the main thing, and that suddenly was true to me. I just would do what was important, and I think a lot of my priorities even changed a little bit. Some of the things that I thought were hugely important to me, I just had to let go of them and focus on taking care of my husband and taking care of my children. And there were sometimes it was just so sad that we just wanted to make it through the day.
Mm-hmm. So during the ending or letting go, people usually feel a variety of emotions. Did you feel any of those emotions? Obviously you did, but kind of explain those.
Yeah, I think so. Again, with Les, that's my husband's name, he was sick for a really long time. Mm-hmm. And it was just a lot of grief. I think I came to realize that we would just, lots of little things he would no longer be able to do. And each time he wasn't any longer able to tie his shoes, button his shirt, talk, eat, each loss would sort of send us, tumbling, and yeah, I think too, we certainly felt sadness. We felt a lot of anxiety about, how are we going to financially afford this? How emotionally will we be able to get through this? And there is a lot of fear of the unknown, and you just feel kind of out of control. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what was most interesting. I mean, I think I foolishly thought I was in control before, I got sick, and then suddenly you realize all the planning and all those things you do, that's kind of wishful thinking for you. Right. So the out of control, it is hard. Yeah. Have I talked enough about those?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay. So during the time between your change and loss and your new beginning, how would you describe your life?
How would I describe my life?
Just experiences that you've had that kind of changed just after him getting sick.
Well, we had pretty traditional roles, I think. Les was my husband, and he worked outside the home, and he was our main breadwinner, and that changed. Mm-hmm. So, he no longer was able to work. So that put, a big shift in things. And I think I actually missed him the most with parenting. Yeah. He wasn't able to help with, just being a good parent. Yeah. And I really miss that, having someone to love my kids with me. Mm-hmm. And ask me your question again. I'm feeling emotional.
Okay. During the time between your change and loss and your new beginning, how would you describe your life?
Okay. So yeah, I would say a lot of things, did change. I took a lot of more roles. I had to make a lot more decisions than I used to make. And I had to lean on a lot of people. I think before I was pretty self-sufficient, but I had to learn how to ask people for help because I realized I just couldn't do it all. Mm-hmm. Am I answering your question?
Good. That's good. Yes, that was good.
Hit me again.
Okay. So what do you kind of consider your new beginning with this whole change and this experience?
Well, my husband died, after 10 years of being sick, and he died about a year and a half ago. Mm-hmm. And I would say it probably took almost a whole year after he died to feel any sense of normalcy. But I also think that I am forever changed. That I don't think I'll ever be who I was before. But I like my life. I love being with my children, and I really enjoy my friendships and my job. So I find happiness and contentment with a lot of those things in my life. But I can't say that I don't miss my husband or that I'm not fully over it, because I don't mind talking about it at all. But you can tell that as I talk about it, it's emotional. So I think, for me, I will just always love him and always miss him. But the day-to-day stuff is much easier now. Yeah, it is
good. So how do you feel about this whole change process? You've been there. You said obviously you changed.
Yeah,
I never don't think you'll be the same person. But how do you kind of feel about the whole?
Well, as a Christian, I sort of feel like I hope that God will use all these new sets of feelings and emotions I have. I think I'm a lot more empathetic toward people, and I certainly cry more than I used to, which I don't know if that's good or bad. But, and when I say that, I just mean that if someone would share with me how they're, something bad that happened, it might bring me to have tears in my eyes. So I definitely think I just have a lot of empathy for people going through pain. And I also hope that I've learned that when you're in grief, you really do need people to surround you. And I try really hard to run toward people who are in pain, not get away from them, because I think they need help. I think they need support. And I would like to use this awful knowledge that I have for something good.
Okay, well, that's all I have for you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I can cut.